today we're going to be exploring the lovely little town of Banff. This little town is super unique though because it's a super different place depending on when you go in the winter or in the summertime. This particular video we will be focusing on the winter time because that's when I went, but I'm sure sometime in the future there's going to be a summer one. I really hope there will be. For those of you who don't know where Banff is, it's nestled in the Rocky Mountains, kind of right between Alberta and British Columbia, even though it's mostly on Alberta's side. I like to claim it for myself though, because I live in British Columbia. Getting there is also quite easy. For us, we simply drove there. We're only about 4 or 5 hours away, and it was gorgeous the entire time. We really lucked out. Sometimes though, Canadian winters can be pretty brutal, so you do have to be careful about that. Obviously watch the weather before you drive anywhere and make sure you have snow tires on. If driving isn't an option, if you live further away, the closest airport to Banff is Calgary, and again it's only about a 4 to 5 hour drive east of Calgary to get there. So if you rent a vehicle, it'll be pretty simple. If you don't want to rent a vehicle, they do have an airport shuttle that actually goes back and forth daily, so that's really convenient if you wanted to go that route. The real reason to visit this town is for its natural beauty. Yes, you're beautiful too. As mentioned before, Banff sits right in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, which are spectacular to see no matter what season you go. There are glaciers to spot. Sometimes you can actually walk up and go see them. There's a beautiful lake. Obviously in the winter you're not going to see that glorious blue lake you always see in pictures, but it's stunning anyway. There's even really awesome ice walls that I've never seen before anywhere else that you can gaze up at and wonder. Another reason to go to Banff is because it's famous for its 3 ski hills: Sunshine Village, Lake Louise Resort, and Mount Norquay. Mount Norquay? I don't really know how to say that. I must confess though, I am a snowboarder. I love snowboarding, but I didn't actually get to any of the hills when I was there. I know, I'm sorry. Next time, I promise. The reason we didn't go snowboarding or skiing though is because there's so much to do in this tiny little town. You can go skating on Lake Louise. As I mentioned, it's obviously going to be frozen solid. It's not a warm place. If you're not up for skating, it's fun just to wander around the lake anyway and to watch everything and to visit this awesome ice sculpture. You can go on beautiful hikes to immerse yourself in the snowy nature. You can take a ride up the gondola and gaze at the spectacular mountains that surround you everywhere. After you're done all that, you can go soak in the hot springs just at the base of the main mountain there. To be honest, we didn't get that far. I mean, we got there, but it was so busy that we decided just to go hang out in our hotel heated pool anyway. You can go snowmobiling, dog sledding. You can wander around in deep dark caves, which is absolutely terrifying, but fun, worth it. And though this isn't technically in Banff, the Wolf Dog Sanctuary east of Banff is absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend taking the hour-ish, 45-minute drive to go check it out. Yeah, there's a lot to do, and if you're still somehow bored, the town itself is great for exploring. It's compact and easy to get around with names like Cougar Street and Moose Street and Bear Street, and I can go on for a really long time. That's all their streets. You can very easily spend an afternoon or an entire day, or probably even a couple days, window shopping or for real shopping, chatting with the locals, and eating some of the really amazing food they have there. Their restaurants are awesome. And though the food there is really good, some of the local restaurants are amazing, it can definitely get pricey. If you want to save any type of money, it's a good idea to try to find some sort of accommodations that have a kitchen area, either right in your room or a common room or something like that, where you can buy groceries and make your own meals, because that can save you a lot of money. Now, accommodations can be a bit pricey in the winter and in the summer. Kind of all the time, to be perfectly honest. If you do bring your own vehicle and you want to save some money, I highly recommend staying in a town called Canmore, which is about a 20-minute drive. They have really beautiful accommodations there. This is what we did, and we were able to save a ton of money by just staying over there and driving in every day. Doesn't bother us because we live about 20 minutes out of our own hometown anyway. Should you visit Banff? If you answer yes to any of these questions, probably. If you like the outdoors, if you don't mind snow, if you enjoy wildlife, if you enjoy natural beauty, if you don't mind the small town feel and a bit of a touristy feel, if you love outdoor activities that get your heart pounding. Now don't go if you are not interested in the great outdoors, if you can't stand the cold. It is a bit touristy. The roads in the winter can get bad, like I mentioned, so if you're not prepared for that and you're driving, it might not be a great idea. And if you're on a budget, it's not exactly a cheap place if you actually want to do stuff. So that's my overview of Banff. Obviously, I'm a bit of a fan. I had a great time. I highly recommend it. If you guys can swing that one, go for it.